Hello and welcome back to the Big Fat FinTech Quiz of the year. And I'm Stu from Stu's Reviews, this host for June. June sees the longest day of the year, and don't we know it? We've been filming back to back all day. But also June sees National Insurance Awareness Day. We've risk assessed the team and we accept no liability for how this lot do. So introduce yourselves.
Thank you very much. Great to be part of the Big Fat FinTech Quiz. I'm Thorsten, Terweiden. I'm the Deputy Head of FinTech at Invest Hong Kong. I'm the friendly face in Europe for European FinTech companies. I help them open doors in Hong Kong, set up operations in Hong Kong, and dream big of China. And I'm based here in London with our Invest Hong Kong team. And thank you.
Hi there, Roger Vincent. I run the UK operations of Trade Ledger. We're a digital lending platform that we supply our technology to banks and lenders to help bring a pretty terrible customer journey for corporate lending into the 21st century. And we aim to digitize that process from a 30-hour relationship-based approach into a four-minute customer journey. You can find out more information about us on tradeledger.io or indeed email me directly.
Yourself?
My name is Jags Rao. I'm a director at Swiss Re. Swiss Re is a company which has more than 175-year-old history. We are into the business of reinsurance, insuring the risk of big insurance companies. We actually come into picture when there is a natural catastrophe, for example, California wildfire, earthquakes, or hurricanes, and that's our delivery time to make sure that we are right behind insurance companies so that we can make this world more resilient. And our goal is to make insurance more affordable and accessible.
Cool. And lastly?
Hi, I'm Butler. I am working with Fintech.finance, who's put on this quiz. I'm a really key part of the business and I really help them run things. So I thought it'd be really important for me to be on one of the panels for the show to really help it follow on, you know?
Okay, well thank you very much guys. Now, the first challenge for you isn't necessarily a question, it's to come up with a team name. Now you've got a couple of minutes to think between yourselves of a funny team name. And the funniest name wins a point to start you off. So talk between yourselves.
Okay.
So we are a team?
Yeah.
They're a team?
Yeah.
Okay.
So something funny. So we can do it around FinTech.
Hong Kong Fooey.
Go on, give us a name.
So we're doing FinJune, like FinTech in the month of June, because that's our round.
FinJune.
Yeah.
Wow.
FinJune.
So Team FinJu over here on my left, and on my right,
Trade Hong Kong.
Trade Hong Kong. I don't think anyone gets a point for that because they're both as bizarre as each other. So moving on to question number one. Okay, so the payments race was back this year, and this time our 5 intrepid racers raced from Istanbul to Amsterdam. And it was a victory for Team Cash and Card. But the question I've got for you is, Cash has been reported to be losing its popularity. And that could be, in part, due to its physical attributes. Gavin McLean from Lloyd's might be able to help with that.
Hi, Gavin McLean here. My question to you is, what percentage of this new Bank of England polymer £10 note is made of animal fat?
I feel like it's something quite low. Like there is a percentage, but I think it's like 3 or 5%. What do you think? I want to say 3%.
Yeah, exactly, and also for religious purposes to touch animals.
We go 1%?
1 or 2%. Can't be more. Let's be very low.
Okay, so obviously there was a lot of controversy when the £5 note came out. Massive backlash that it actually contained some animal. So the question is, obviously, did the £10 note follow suit? So, Trade Hong Kong.
No, I think something like 1%.
1%.
You think 1%? Okay. FinJu.
What if they said what we were going to say?
Then say it, and if you're both right, you get a point.
Oh, okay, yeah, 1%.
1%. Okay, so you both think
Good
1%.
answer, by the way. Don't know where you got that from.
The answer is 0.05%.
Oh, very low, yeah.
There were petitions to get this changed, and some Hindu temples have even banned the notes in the UK as well. But apparently, they're still using animal in the production. So there we are. Okay, question number 2. Team Card had its own problems in the payments race as well. What was the big obstacle that Nina and millions of others would have had to have overcome during the payments race?
I think it was when the Visa crash was, so that no one could use their card, no one could make payments and stuff, so I think it was the Visa crash.
Yeah.
The card limits, the limits.
We are ready.
Right, okay, so let's go with Finju first this time. What was the big obstacle that Nina and millions of others had to overcome during the payments race?
The Visa crash, where you couldn't pay because of the Visa crash.
Okay, you think it was a Visa crash?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great answer. I'm going to be really fair here and say we were going to say they didn't accept card, but I'll concede that that's a great answer.
It was a good answer, and it was the right answer as well.
Oh,
so
yeah,
a point
I thought you were
for
gonna say
Finju
wrong.
there. I'm going to give you a bonus point though if you can guess how many transactions were affected during this time.
What, everywhere?
Yeah, how many transactions overall were affected during the time that Visa was out?
It was in the billions, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anything less than 5 million, it will be nothing.
Time to redeem yourself.
1.5 billion.
1.5 billion, okay.
Billion? 1.5 billion this year.
You can't adjust your answer based on theirs.
No,
You got that on film, right?
Okay, how many do you think?
3.5 billion.
Oh,
3. In fact, you're both wrong. The actual answer is 5.2 million transactions were affected during the Visa outage during the payments race. And apparently, according to Visa, it was because of a faulty switch. We've got Finju in the lead at the moment, I'm afraid. So, trade Hong Kong, this is a chance to redeem yourself. If cash is scandalous and cards are unreliable, what's left? Well, if you attend the Copenhagen Business School, what would you be using to pay for your lunch?
Cryptocurrency. Cash is scandalous.
They accept.
crypto, or are they thinking about gold?
Because it's all about cashless society. It's all usually card payments, isn't it?
All right, guys, we come into an answer. What do you reckon? Trade Hong Kong.
Your uniform,
And why do you think that?
wearables.
Wearable uniform that pays for your lunch. I
But
like
that
it.
could have
It's
interpreted it differently.
I
if
know
you're
it's
thinking about
good. It's good. I like it. It's like it. But
What did they
might
say?
be the right answer. Might not be. But I'm not telling you what they said. You can't hear. Right.
Okay.
You're not
Come
allowed to
on.
know. Okay. So, Finju, what's your answer?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. So we've got uniform and Bitcoin. I can tell you both, you're wrong. The answer is fingerprints. And it says here that basically they've got fingerprint installed at all of their tills. So you can pay for your turkey twizzlers with just this. Okay, moving on to question number 4. Honestly, this is really miserable. We've got 1 point given to these guys. That's it. Come on, you're still winning. That's
Yeah,
good. It's
thank
pretty
you.
miserable. Come on. Right, okay.
It's a fix.
So, is it? How much, guys, are you paying me? Okay, question number 4. So we've spoken about card and we've spoken about cash and fingerprints, but that leaves crypto to talk about as well. Now, I've got a really interesting question for you this time round. Which music star is launching their own cryptocurrency?
I think I know this. I can't remember though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's called Acoin.
yes, you're right. But that's the name of the currency, or that's the name of the star?
The star's called Acon. The cryptocurrency is Acoin. Yeah.
Cool.
Not that cool, but yeah.
Or Kanye West?
No.
No, not him. I think it's Akon. Let's say Akon. Yeah? Okay.
Trade Hong Kong, what's your answer?
Acon.
Akon. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, we were going to say Akon as well.
Oh,
We
what a
were.
surprise!
I overheard someone saying Kanye West.
Yeah, I said, mate, was it Kanye West? And then we were like, no.
You said no. You're adamant it's Aecon. I can tell you both. You're right. That's a point to both. Okay, but I guess we can award a bonus point though for what is that currency called?
Oh, again, I should
Aecoin.
know.
Aecoin?
Well, I mean, we can't say that.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you both 1 point for that question because you were both right with Aecon. Yeah, it is Aecon with Aecoin, which is very unusually named. And he said apparently that blockchain and crypto could be the savior of Africa in many ways because it brings the power back to the people and brings security back into the currency system. And it also allows the people to utilize it in ways where they can advance themselves and not allow government to do things that are keeping them down, which is nice. It's well placed, meaningful. Whether or not it'll work, I don't know. Who knows? But moving on to question 5, which is our final question. So I want to take a look at this picture here, okay? Now, on here we've got 3 banks and 3 innovations to do with those banks or to do with banking in general. Now, this is going to be a bit of a draw the line scenario. We can't actually draw the line, but I want to see if we can get the right innovation to the right bank, see who's done that essentially. Okay, so what we're going to do is take a couple of seconds. These guys are going to get their answers down on a piece of paper and we're going to have a look and see if they're right.
So isn't that all set up online? I feel like Starling.
A headline grabbing.
Yeah, because I think they've got a massive one, which has a coffee shop up in. It's up
That's
in
right,
Leeds
that's
somewhere.
right, that's right, that's right.
So should we say NatWest? Because NatWest are closing all their branches, aren't they?
Exactly. So it must be that. Yep, agreed. Done.
Okay, so first of all, we've got on here, we'll go with Starling. So guys, what innovation do you think Starling is known for out of those 3? You've written it down now, so there's no changing. So go on, what have you got?
We went cardless online payments.
Mobile joint account opening.
Okay. So on here, we've got, as long as you're both Starling current account holders, you can open a joint account by just being sat within meters of each other. So I'm afraid, guys, you got it wrong. And 1 point to you. That's it. Look. You're drawing now. You're back at lead on lead. So this could be the decider. This is good. Okay, on to NatWest.
We went cardless online payments.
We did UK's biggest bank branch.
Okay, I'm afraid it's a point to Trade Hong Kong. So it is NatWest. Essentially, they're trialing a system that means rather than putting your card details in, it'll link through the mobile app for approval. So
They did the ATM, didn't they, without a card? So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
never mind. Okay, but you can still bring this back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you haven't, because you got the last one wrong, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you didn't. In fact, that's it. It looks like Trade Hong Kong are today's winners by 1 point right at the very end, sneaking up there.
They've chased us up right at the end.
So what we're going to do is going to run through the guys and just find out a little bit more about how 2018 has been and how 2019 is going to go. So guys, start me off.
Thank you, Stu. Yes, so 2018 was a really good year for us. We have seen the inception of many and founding of many different companies from overseas, including TransferWise, whom we helped to set up in Hong Kong, also Revolut are now in Hong Kong. There's various companies in the payment space. And we had an excellent Hong Kong FinTech Week this year with over 8,000 delegates, which was basically double the number of the previous year. And we'll be back next year with our FinTech Week, where we'll be focusing again on some very interesting tech verticals such as InsurTech and Lending Tech. So watch this space. Look forward to welcoming you in Hong Kong. Thank you.
So June 2018 was actually quite a big month for Trade Ledger. We launched our UK business. It's actually when I joined the business. We were an Australian company, but 2018 and June especially signified us going global. Since then, the last 6 months have been a bit of a roller coaster for me, getting the UK set up, supporting UK customers, going through the challenges of recruiting a huge engineering team, and preparing ourselves for scale out. So we've just completed our seed round, building towards Series A next year, speaking to a load of UK banks, a load of European banks about how we can support them with digital transformation. So the last 6 months have been fun. The next 6 months are going to be chaos, but I think it's going to be a good journey. Looking forward to it.
Well, for Swiss Re, 2018 has been so far a good year compared to 2017, especially where we had a lot of natural catastrophe events all around the globe. So we look forward to making a good, profitable 2018.
So 2018 for me has been very fun. I've only been with Fintech.finance since the beginning of the year. So I've been learning lots of new things about the financial services industry, new fintechs, got my first Monzo account. And I'm excited for the new things to come.
Okay, and that's it. That's all from me today at the Big Fat FinTech Quiz. 6 months done, 6 more to go. We'll be back at FinTech Connect tomorrow to do it all over again. See you tomorrow.